Hello, this is the 42nd lecture of the Contextual course, and in this lecture we will continue to process the article methodology that we have used. In this area you'll see that again we start with a definition, and I use the concept of x here, which is a variable. As you see here, we have written a single methodology and the contextual structure for all these incrementally ordered heading list. Which means that whatever we write for this with the same order, we will need to write it for this as well. Sometimes if I want to do something different for one of these things, I actually state the cell number directly and I tell that do it differently because of that. In the last part, we actually have a kind of paragraph sample for our authors to help them. These are the context hints and these are some order hints, which means that actually you will need to follow these specific context terms and the contextual domains for all of these sections. And then we also give certain types of predicates or certain types of possible effects. And we will always need to answer these questions for all these subsections. So the definition of X here means definition of improving physical performance. And then also the physical performance. So we will need to give two definitions. Then increasing energy and the definition of energy. The brain function definition, improving brain function definition. Basically, we define everything that we see in our heading vectors, then we define them both. Then how the drinking water provides this benefit? Directly we tell that actually this is the result of drinking water and it happens in this way. This specific thing here, it reflects a process. All the steps, all the minor sections, like even actually providing a certain protein or the hormone or even a certain tissue does something. We will need to write all these things with the scientific terms. Then how much percentage it affects it. Basically, after what kinds of percentage this benefit appears. How long this benefit actually lasts. And what is the proof for that? What kinds of researches, studies, doctors, and health institutions actually state this? And here we directly tell that mention the biological entity names and their connections to each other. So in this case, actually, whenever I check an author, usually they don't use these sections, and I am easily catch them, and I am easily tell them that, look, we didn't put this thing here just for praying to God. It's for you here so that you can actually mention these things. That's why especially in YL niche use real experts. Then the physical performance and improve, increase, develop, make better and drinking water. These are the direct contextual domains and the context terms that we will need to use for all these subsections. These predicates will always need to appear in our paragraphs, and we will mainly focus on the physical performance because life is a physical form mainly. Then everything will be back connected to the actual drinking water. Then we give some certain question examples and the sentence examples, like how does drinking water affect, improve, change, physical running, swimming, walking, working. Basically, these are the actual hyponyms and the reflections of this specific context term. And the performance, success, ability, skill. The performance section here actually, or physical performance basically, is connected to the concepts like success or talents or the skill. And in this case, the word affect is connected to improve and to change. We use all these predicates with all these variations. Which physical performance types can be improved by drinking water? Physical performance types. This is a phrase taxonomy and it is a different thing. Entity and root attribute, which means we will need to define them. Which benefit is for which type of physical performance type? You will need a disciplined and structured mind to be able to create a semantic content network. Nothing is random. And with what percentage, one more time, which one are more affected by drinking water? How does the intense physical performance affect the need of drinking water per day? So basically, if we focus on especially this part, if a person actually loses so much water since the person always moves, which means that actually some of these benefits will be less for that person. And for that person to be able to see these benefits, the amount of water will need to be changing. And we even will be giving researches for them as well. And in this area, we give some certain sentence structures like improving the physical performance via drinking water. And this section is important. Drinking water is coming after the functional word, and then we also give the R specific context term for this specific area. Then involves meeting the need of the fluid for the body to perform XYZ. This XYZ might be these, for instance. I usually use these type of variables. Drinking water increases the energy for brain and the body functions. One of the main benefits of drinking water is improving the abilities such as thinking, breathing, sleep quality. I am making these things up. A real expert will be coming and changing them, but the sentence structure will stay same. The brain needs X amount of drinking water. Drinking X amount of water improves the brain functions X percentage. Drinking water can train constipation because blah blah to unconstipate, which is antonym. X amount of drinking water. One of the common causes of constipation is dehydration. I will not talk about the dehydration one more time because it appears inside my internal links. Before using your internal links, always create a justification for the relevance for the internal link so that you can link safely. That's why whichever term I am using in my internal links, they will be used at least 1 or even sometimes 5 times by creating unique information without any gibberish in my content, which means internal link is definitely safe. We will continue. Thank you.